I sent 15,000 cold emails in 30 days. The results may surprise you. The 15,000 emails were a combination of 5 different cold emails in a sales cadence. So email number 1 was sent on day 1. If the prospect, the recipient of that email, did not respond, they would receive email number 2 3 days later, and so forth until the 5th email closed out the sales cadence. To give you an idea of the email messaging, this is the first email in the cadence. Subject line, bricks, lowercase, 1 word, super simple, builds intrigue. I really like that subject line a lot. I then start the email by describing a problem that the folks I meet with, the folks I sell to, the folks I'm sending this email to might be having that my solution solves. The problem is descriptive. It's simple language. I really like how I describe the problem in this email, and then I have 1 line about how my solution Mass 360 to IBM solves that problem, and I close the cold email out with open to learning more, which is an interest-based call to action. Whenever you're sending cold emails, interest-based call to actions are the way to go. Instead of a specific call to action, do you want to meet next Tuesday at 3 p.m. to discuss this in a bit more detail? Time is finite, interest is not. When you want to book meetings from cold emails, use an interest-based call to action to do so. Always keep that in mind. You'll notice that this cold email is relevant to the folks that I meet with who are IT managers, IT directors. There is zero personalization in this email. I am not spending any time digging through the company website, digging through a prospect's LinkedIn to personalize this and make sure it's a one-to-one message to my recipient. I can load up thousands of prospects into this email and it's gonna work. I'm spraying and praying. Here are the results. 15,441 cold emails sent, 0 personalized as I mentioned, 15.7% open rate, 1.9% reply rate, and of that 1.9% reply rate, I received 1 positive message. To better understand these results, it's important to understand what average results look like for cold email campaigns. The average open rate on cold emails is 24%, and the average response rate on cold emails is 8.5%. So my campaign, guys, was well below average. Spraying and praying, it garnered results a couple years ago. But not today, not in 2024. It's not going to work, especially with what Google and Yahoo are doing to crack down on spamming and cold emailing. I'll talk about that in a bit more detail in a future video. This right here is what we're shooting for.
The data suggests from SalesLoft and all these other tools that you really only have to personalize 25% of the actual email, which is usually the first line so they can see it right there before they even open it, and then usually the call to action. But that value statement can pretty much stay the same as long as you're being relevant to the personas you're going after. I think that's the key here. We talk about relevance versus personalization. Personalization is I go do research on you, but relevance is every VP of sales in the SaaS industry that uses Salesforce under 25 million, that type of thing. And that's where we can get super relevant with a message. We just need to tie on a little of that personalization so that 10, 20% says that this is for you versus this is the mass audience.
To succeed with cold email in 2024, we're shooting for 1-to-1 messages. We're not spamming, we're not mass messaging cold emails to a whole slew of prospects. A 1-to-1 message that is both personalized and relevant. We're going for quality over quantity. Let's hop into Superhuman, the sponsor of today's video, to come up with a cold email that we could send to a prospect that they will actually read and reply to. All right, guys, so I am inside of my Superhuman account. Superhuman is sitting on top of my Gmail environment. It also integrates with Microsoft Outlook as well, so keep that in mind. I'm going to hit C to compose a message. One of the top features of Superhuman for salespeople is Snippets. Snippets is going to save you a ton of time when you're composing your cold emails. This is the new cold email framework and template I came up with that is much better than that first cold email in the sales cadence I showed previously earlier in the video, because it's both personalized and it's relevant. And you'll notice the personalization, it's not specific to the person I'm reaching out to. What I mean by that is it's not about the prospect's birthday, their favorite sports team, something I find on their LinkedIn or their Facebook account. This is specific to their company. So on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I saw that, hey, this company that I'm reaching out to, or this person that I'm reaching out to, their company increased their headcount 9% in the past 6 months, and they have 30 new job openings. So this is information I could find on LinkedIn. I could find on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I could find this information on a company website, on their social media, and it's much easier to tie this type of information into a problem that I solve than that the person is a Dallas Cowboys fan. Much, much easier. So think of personalization more at the company level, at that person's company, than specifically for that person. I think you're going to find it much easier to personalize the message. The subject line we're going to do is time. Superhuman's going to pull in that first name when I input the email into the to filter here. I want to send this later. So this is another cool feature. I want this to be sent at 8 a.m. Pacific tomorrow. The reason being, I'm on the East Coast. My clients or prospects are on the West Coast. They're Pacific Standard Time. I want this email to land in their inbox first thing tomorrow morning. It's going to be that much easier for them to see it, not ignore it, read it, and hopefully reply to it. I also want to be reminded. So I want to be reminded in 5 days if this email is not replied to. If it's not replied to, I will be notified. Then I could send the second email in the cadence. And what I really like about Superhuman, guys, it's really easy to use. But what I really like, it's super cheap. It's $30 per month right now. Check them out in the description of this video. There is a free trial you could also check out before you put the investment in. Other tools like SalesLoft and Outreach AI are a huge, huge investment. There's a ton you could do with them, but it's a huge investment to make. And most companies are kind of not making that investment today because of budget constraints due to the environment in 2024. So check out Superhuman in the comment section below. I've been using it for the past, I want to say 2 to 3 weeks, and it's working quite well for me. I know it's going to work well for you. Remember, snippets to save time, schedule out the send, and be reminded to send the second email in your cadence. Personalized and relevant. Spraying and praying does not work in 2024. That's what lazy amateur salespeople do. Be a professional, spend a little bit more time, write a one-to-one message, personalized and relevant, and see your open and reply rates skyrocket in 2024. What is your favorite subject line? What subject line are you using today that is getting the most opens on your cold email campaigns? Let me know in the comment section below, and check out this video right here. I break down my favorite cold email framework. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate you.